Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Delta. Before I start the story time, I just wanted to say I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube tomorrow, like all day. I'm gonna be playing Fortnite and just telling stories to all of you while I'm playing, just having a good old time. So if you haven't already, go subscribe so you don't miss out on that tomorrow. And yeah, let's get right into the story time. So 2 years ago, my mom and dad got the whole family ski passes, right? So we could all go skiing, and it was like a huge gift because we've never gone skiing before, like as a whole family. And my mom and dad thought it was a pretty cool thing to do, right? So I went skiing like a few times that year, not too many. But my brother was always snowboarding, and I was like, man, that actually is really cool. Like, I want to do that. And at the end of that year, I tried snowboarding for the first time with my brother. And it was actually quite funny because the story that went along with it was my brother instantly went onto like the lift, like the gondola that goes all the way to the very top of the mountain. Like, I had no idea what we were doing. I'd never went snowboarding before. And he took us to the very top of the mountain. He was like, all right, strap in, let's go. I'm like, what? I've never learned. I don't even know how to do this. And he was like, well, you're going to learn. So I basically went all the way down the mountain, basically. It was pretty epic because I never went snowboarding before. And it was just all around a good time. And then the next year comes by. And in the beginning of 2019, my mom and dad got me a brand new, like fresh out of the box, brand new board, everything clean, brand new. Straight out of the box, straight out of the shop, brand new, right? And I was so excited to use my new stuff. Like, I thought I was like a beast. Like, I thought I was like the best. Like, I have all this new gear. I have snow gear. Like, I'm goated. I can instantly hit stuff on the slopes. I've always seen like videos of snowboarders like doing crazy flips off of like huge jumps and jumping off of cliffs with like snow flying behind them and stuff, like off these huge cliffs and stuff. I'm like, man, I really want to do that, right? And by the way, I'm just a beginner. This is my second year, like pretty much my first time doing it with my brand new stuff, like my own board that I've never rode before. So we're riding around doing our stuff, right? And we get to the train park, and my dad's like, you want to go through here? Like, I know you want to do this stuff, like all these flips and like grinds and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, I really want to do this. And we went like through the gate that kind of goes down to like the train park, and my dad's like, whoa, look at that. And look down, and it's a huge jump, like huge, one of those huge jumps like people do insane tricks off of. My dad's like, Dustin, maybe one day you can hit tricks off of that. That'd be insane. And I was like, Dad, I can do it today. Like, no problem. And my dad was like, really? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I can easily do that. My dad's like, okay, I'll go video record you. So he goes all the way down and stops, like right where the jump is. And I'm like, all right, I gotta get this perfectly. So I put my front foot first, and I just go straight down the hill. And I get some good speed. And I start to go up, and I fly off the freaking jump, right? And the problem was, I didn't have enough speed. I felt like I was going so fast, and I felt like I was so high in the air at the time. But really, I was probably just like 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet off the ground, which in my opinion, it looked really, really high, partly because it's a huge like lip that you go off of, and then it goes straight down, which makes it like look like it goes farther down. But anyways, I started to freak out in midair. Like, I went off that lip and I started to freak out. I was wailing and like, whoa. And I didn't even like curve my board to go down. I just like straight flew down. It was like I jumped out of like, I don't know, like a helicopter with my snowboard and just went straight down. Like, I was just like standing straight down. I just fell straight down. And I like landed on my front foot with my back foot coming up. And I like heard a crack. I'm like, ah! And I got up. And I was like in shock. I didn't know what just happened. I was like looking around. And like when that happened, I heard all the boys like that were snowboarding and doing tricks they all went like, oh shoot. And they like cussed. They're like, oh, S word. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And basically what happened was my binding broke off of my snowboard. My little binding broke off my snowboard. And yes, the screw like broke out. Like the whole thing was just destroyed, right? You could not like fix it. We could not get a screwdriver and just fix it. So I had to pick up my snowboard, walk all the way down the freaking train park, which was halfway up the mountain. Like, I couldn't snowboard. I couldn't do anything down the mountain. I basically walked down that whole thing. It took like 30 to 45 minutes just to walk down the whole thing. Felt like it took forever. But yeah, got down, and my dad's like, no, it's not replaceable. Like, and of course I was really butthurt because my snowboard just broke. So I was like, ugh. And I didn't want to like ruin the whole trip for everybody else. So I was like, yeah, you guys can go like keep skiing, do whatever you want to do, like have fun. And I just like laid and just rested in the like lodge or whatever you want to call it, like the dining room of like the ski resorts or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that's basically my story of going off a huge jump for the first time and pretty much breaking my binding off the board. yes, all that gear was actually high quality gear. Like, the reason I broke it is because I think partly because it wasn't always screwed in. And another part is because when I landed, like, I landed on the side of it. Luckily, I didn't break my ankle somehow. But, like, yeah, it was like really expensive gear. But $700. Like, my whole board and stuff, boots, all that, $700. But, yeah, I just thought this story would be funny and possibly a learning experience for anybody who wants to go, like, snowboarding and wants to hit big jumps. Please, the lesson is, please take your time. Don't go, like, full send through stuff like I did. Dad, I can do this, no problem. Let me show you. Oh, shoot, broke my board. Rip. Yeah, I don't want that to happen to you. But anyways, if you like this story time, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.